but it falls onto my hip and pins me up against the metal chain link fence. I tried many different things. I honestly thought that my hip was never going to be fixed. I want to say it was like Monday, then Wednesday, then Friday. Then I was able to go to church in no pain. Being able to walk again, you don't take that for granted. You don't just take walking for granted anymore. In 2019, in July, is when I got my adjustments, and I got hurt on 2017 in December. It really just bites, to be honest, constantly in pain, not really knowing what I can actually do. My dreams crushed.
Adam was injured when he was on his face following orders when a crate fell against him as they were trying to unload, I think, a 300-pound crate from a truck. And he got shoved up against the fence with this crate pushing into him.
So it gets on to me. I try to hold on to it, but it falls onto my hip and pins me up against the metal chain link fence. And it wasn't the give part of the chain link fence, it was the metal pole right into my right hip. Catch me on the wrong side of the bed, it could easily be a 10. I had to take some heavy duty medication just to be able to sleep at night. I tried many different things, going to a chiropractor that I knew of, going to a orthopedic doctor, getting physical training. He had a license for physical therapy, so he helped me out quite a bit, but it just kept getting progressively worse and worse and worse. And the more I tried to push myself, the worse it got.
And he started really struggling, and he went downhill very, very fast to the point where he could barely walk. He was in a lot of pain. To sit up for over an hour in a chair was very, very difficult for him. When he walked, he would hear this popping sound, and it was really, really bad.
Hopelessness? I honestly thought that my hip was never going to be fixed. My dream of going active duty military, completely and honestly crushed. My dream about actually being able to feed myself, being able to work and do all that, I couldn't do it because I could not sit down for more than 30 minutes. Walking, I could not do standing, I could not do.
And then the one day that he was talking to someone at our church outside, and Joe was able to overhear the conversation. He stepped up and he said he could help. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to get emotional. And I will be forever grateful for Joe for being able to take care and help my son out, because now he's walking and he's able to start strengthening himself again, and now he's got hope again, and he can pursue his dreams now, which is what any mother wants for their son. After the first adjustment, we saw a noticeable improvement. He still kind of popped a little bit as he was walking. You could hear the cracking and the creaking sounds, but he was walking, and he had a smile on his face for the first time in a very long time. And after the third adjustment, he was walking perfectly fine.
So after the first adjustment, I could move a lot easier, but I was still limping around everywhere, my crutch. But it wasn't like there is a big old knife in my hip. It's like the next day I was at the want to say it was like Monday, then Wednesday, then Friday. Then I was able to go to church in no pain. On the second one, I was in a, from a pain scale from 1 to 10, 3 to 4. I felt really good. Like I knew I couldn't like run, but I was sort of walking with like a little limp, but I wasn't walking normally. Like you could see, but it wasn't that bad. And then after the third one, it was easily a 1 and a 2. Like I could still feel it, but it wasn't that bad. It was like, oh man, this is just, I mean, there's nothing, it's like amazing. Yeah, he's a specialist chiropractor. I mean, you can have all the information in the world to be able to do something, but if you just cannot actually do it, if you're not competent, if you can actually produce some results, then you'll be able to fix what is broken. So yeah, I would have to say it's not really like the x-rays, but it's just him. Now the x-rays does help so he can actually figure out what's the issue, but he's a competent person and he actually knows what he's doing, and I give him the highest respect. And if there was a star limit, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. I honestly thought I would never be able to walk like normal, and being able to walk again, you don't take that for granted. You don't just take like walking for granted anymore. It's really nice.